Hey everybody, welcome back to the Max Sleepy channel. It's me, Max Sleepy, our eponymous era. Welcome to episode 4 of the Road to Legend series in STALKER Anomaly. So last episode we travelled out here to the garbage, we picked up our friend the courier, which is part of a mission back in the Cordon. Today we're going to head back to the Cordon, we're going to get this guy back to his mates, and then we're going to see what other fun we can get up to. We'll take some more missions down in the Cordon, because we still need to make money. We're at 9k roubles, not terrible, but certainly not great either, just enough to cover bullets and bandages. Soldiers. Yeah, that's no good. Oh dear. Okay. So, that was bad news bears, wasn't it? What kind of AP rounds have we got? We've got 22 arm piercing rounds here, which isn't very many. You can see combat is incredibly deadly in Anomaly. This guy's absolutely clapped us. What I'm aiming to get as soon as I can is a silenced weapon of some sort. Or a scoped weapon, sorry. And this weapon is jamming a lot. This is still very close. Ah, the code is dead. I do not think this is a mission we can win. We might have to just go back. It's going to be another death for poor Max Sleepy. Rest in peace, brother. Okay, so we tried that a couple of times, got absolutely clapped. We just don't have the weapons at this point in the game. Unfortunately, the MP5 is utter garbage. Our PM is rubbish. What we need to get is some kind of scoped rifle. At the very least, something we could snipe with. So, for now, we're going to take the road instead. We're just going to avoid those soldiers. Really need to get our hands on some binoculars as well, which will make, obviously, checking out what's up ahead a lot easier. We do have this, what we did. Have the dragon off. Let's see where that's gone actually. We gave it to this guy. But unfortunately that didn't have a scope on it, and we have no ammo, so I'm not really even sure why he's using it, but hey. So we're just going to head down the road instead, back to Cordon. Hopefully we won't run into any more soldiers, because those guys are really, really scary right at the start of the game. They get more manageable later on once you've got some decent weapons, decent armour, but obviously we are still we still have got the most basic gear, pretty much our starter gear, and that's going to be no good. Let's just be careful. And there's the transition back to Cordon, so we are lucky here. We also need to make sure we keep the career alive for the mission, because that's going to be really valuable roubles. Okay. So we made it back here. Let's go for the level transition and hope and pray. Just switch to the AP round just in case. You can see how broken this weapon is. That's why it keeps jamming so much. We're going to hope and pray that there's nobody at the checkpoint when we get through. Which potentially there will be. But hopefully there isn't. If there is, we'll just have to absolutely bundle it and go from there. These guys haven't started freaking out. Yeah, fire's not lit. Which generally means there's no stalkers here. When you go through areas, you see sort of little campsites. If the fire is lit, that does tend to mean there are stalkers there, friendly or otherwise. So you do get a sort of bit of warning. You can see there's another fire here, which is unlit. Oh, nice. Some ammo, some kerosene. Kind of beef stew. That'll be delicious. No 9x18 FMJs, Loris is out of them. Ah, you see, that's really important information. Loris is out of 9x18s. So 9x18 is the ammunition we use in our MP5. So if we want to get spares, our friend at the farm, Loris, he's not going to be the man to sell those to us. Just get out of this radiation zone quickly. There is another anomaly zone up there which we might go and hit up. At the moment I just want to get back to the farm. See if we can offload some of our rubbish. This place should be safe. We already cleared it recently. But potentially there's some enemies up at the bridge as well that we just need to be a bit careful of. My guy's really struggling with stamina now. I think we're getting overweight here, which is never good in the Stalker Zone, because if you can't sprint, you can't live. I tend to sprint quite a lot around the map. That often gets me into trouble, gets me killed. But Max Sleepy is going to die and resurrect quite a lot in his life, I think. That's just the way I like it. I don't want to play an Iron Man mode. With my skills, that would have been suicidal.
Слушаю тебя.
Which is no good.
Центр
Grooming
зоны,
kits.
центр зоны тоже.
Yeah, we'll take
Артефактов вход
that.
плакал.
We're probably not going to find 4 grooming kits for him. But we'll take the quest. Let's see, we haven't got any at the moment. But these guys buy the old rounds, which is really, really useful, because I don't tend to like to carry old rounds. I don't tend to use them, because they just destroy your weapon, which I'm all about. No. Back to Loris, our boy. We'll sell him the kerosene, and we'll sell him a bit of canned food. And the breadcrumbs, we don't need those. So another 700 roubles. Not much, considering the value of guns. Love to get myself something like this. The old G33. Just something with a scope, something potent. Sadly, we're We're living in a world where our weapons are absolutely trashed, and we cannot afford anything good. So this MP5 needs fixing. I dread to think how much that will be. Let's go and ask.
Решил улучшить что?
Ask Xenotech here. Find out how much. 500 rubles. We'll get that unlocked. And how much does he want for this? 20 grand to fix that. It's not going to happen, is it? You know, it's just not going to happen.
Извини,
Shame,
если не
really.
сильно
We
помог.
need to. Perhaps we do need to look at crafting. To look at crafting, unfortunately. We're going to need to make friends with Xenotech there so that we can start to use his vice, because we can't use his crafting bench at the start. If we try, he'll get really pissed off with me. Or he'll charge me a ludicrous amount of rubles to use it. Neither of which is really good. We shall cleanse the world from sin. Ah, so that's... that was there. Just walked straight into it. What an idiot. So yeah, we saw the message from Sin down there. Cool. They're another faction of stalkers. Dark stalkers. They're kind of like religious fanatics. They worship the zone. And they are sort of loosely allied with Monolith. Quite a cool faction. Pretty interesting to play. Though if you do play them, you tend to just kind of be going back and forth between their quest givers and Monolith quest givers, which isn't the most exciting thing in the world. But it is cool. Let me guess, you found a crate on the floor? Yeah, awesome. Thanks, dude. Anyway, let's go back to Cordon. And see what we can see. I should just do my head in, but it's faster and probably safer to just run straight through them, to be honest. Just avoid these anomalies. Be careful around here in case some mutants have spawned. They were cleared not too long ago, so fingers crossed nothing is here. Excellent. Okay, here looking for working opportunities. I want to throw my old life behind. What about you, Max Sleepy? Ah, interesting question. Why did Max Sleepy come to the zone? Fame and fortune? Hiding from something? Just another British idiot who was hoping to escape the weather. This weather does remind me of home. Yeah, I don't know why Max Sleepy arrived here yet. That's something we can have a think about.
Ну, привет.
We need to hand this quest back into Wolf for the courier, and we're probably going to hand in the tourist safari quest as well. We just need the money at the moment. It's nice having companions, but frankly, they require quite a bit of micromanaging. We just need to be saving up for a good gun. So I think we are going to hand in these two jobs. So we got nearly 14 grand, which is really nice. Eliminate a mutant. Yeah, we can do that. Rumours spreading around my latest efforts. I've gained more trust amongst loners. Always good. Because that means that the traders around here will start to increase their stocks. Is there any work this guy wants done? Storovich. He's still selling the old quests. I don't want to go to Lemansk. I certainly don't want to go to Red Forest or Army Warehouses just yet. So what? We've got 24 grand. That's not a terrible amount of money. Annoyingly, we can't sell these weapons. I'm going to sell him the application module because I'm just not going to use it. Certainly not this early. We need to buy some medicines and some bandages. Unfortunately, that's going to be another 5 grand. We've still got a bit of water, we've still got an energy drink, we're out of food. What I tend to do for food is just buy the ration packs, not MREs. They only have 3 uses. These, either the Russian or Ukrainian rat packs. You can see these have 6 uses, 531 calories. 7 uses, 523. So the Russian one is the best, but it's 9 grand. I think I'm going to drop 9 grand on that just to have it available. It's better just to have it. He doesn't even want to buy that. These guns we can't use at the moment, unfortunately. They're either broken or we don't have the ammo. We are kind of still locked into the PM, really. We've got a fair amount of ammo for it, and it's in relatively good condition. The rest of these weapons, what we'll do at the moment, we'll just store these, really. None of them are in particularly good nick. Especially these things. It'd be nice to get a Beretta or something, maybe a fort, but at the moment we just can't afford it. Let's see what information was on this PDA. We might get lucky, get location of a stash. Yes, so we got stash location, and then just some bandits arguing about stuff. Always a fun little detail reading other people's PDAs. Do we know where that stash is? Oh. What's our mean for it? And we have that mission for Butcher. And naturally the stash is in the bandit camp. So we haven't got hope in hell. We're never going to get that mission done. Sad times. Needs a battery artifact. Found in electro anomalies. Not huge on artifact hunting as a general rule. I know the money is good. We probably should go out and do some searches for anomalies at some point, but at the moment, just go away, hand wave that one away. We're down here to come and clear this mutant lair, so we'll drop a safe before we go into it. Obviously. I'm hoping it's something simple like zombies, not something big and scary. Don't actually see any mutants here at the moment. What is this? Drug making kit. Okay. Not the most useful of items for me. Can be a very useful thing. In the right hands, I just have no real idea what I'm doing with it. So this could be a problem. This place can be infested by bandits. And if it is, we're going to have a bad time because we are only sitting on a PM and we are squishy as hell. But we need to get past this place to go and complete the mission. It doesn't look like anyone's home at the moment, however. So normally they hang around in this part here, you can tell just from seeing that fire lit. But yeah, it looks clear, which is good. So we will come in here and see if there's any good loot to be had, which there probably isn't. You never know. The one thing I'd like a little bit about Anomaly is if you were able to find weapons. I know they probably would have all been scavenged by now, but it would be quite cool to have that ability to find guns. Oh, okay. So we've got some bits and bobs free artifact and a load of belt ammunition. Caffeine tablets. Okay, so it was definitely worth coming here. Maybe it's just for that artifact. Keep having a little look around. I don't think there's anything up in this attic. No, there's not. Okay. Well. Got some free and easy money. Max Sleepy is never going to turn down free and easy money. There's boxes in this truck that we want. Come on, Max. There we go. We just want to be a complete loot goblin, really. And see what we can find. Anyway, we'll drop another quick save, now that we've looted up the vehicle station. And we will head out to this mutant lair, which is annoyingly right near the entrance to Darkscape. Darkscape is quite a cool little area. It's this long winding path through the forest. There is quite an interesting faction out there, Unisig, who you can play as. There's either a way to do it via completing an in-game achievement, or you can just type in a cheat at the faction selection menu, whichever you prefer. Oh, a blowout will be on its way tomorrow. Okay, so we could potentially be getting an emission. Certainly wouldn't want that to happen while we're out here. We will get some warning of any blowouts that occur. The PDA will start to go staticky, and there's signs. You'll know it if it's going to happen. It certainly shouldn't come as a complete shock. Right, here we are. We're at the mutant lair. And what mutants have we got? Can't actually see any mutants here. I detest the cats. I hate the cats. I hate the cats. Cats scare the living hell out of me. They are super fast. And they do a lot of damage. Normally they're in bigger groups as well. We were quite lucky with that. Just a single cat. Certainly a higher level mutant for a mutant clearing mission than I would have expected. Normally it's dogs, fleshes, maybe boars, zombies, that kind of thing. You know, lower level mutants. Getting a cat. Obviously Wolf has faith in our abilities, either that or he was trying to get us killed, but we got really lucky there. We got the cat killed. We'll drop another quick save as we head back to the vehicle station. Ah, good. Snorks. We don't like snorks either. Snorks are very scary. These guys are like mutated humans. Yeah, not very nice. We could go artifact hunting in some of the anomalies. Actually, there's 3 or 4 in the Cordon that are all relatively safe, relatively easy. Some good early game cash. Quite a lot of stuff. That drug making kit we will try and make some use of at some point. I've never really bothered with the crafting, as I said in one of my other episodes, so I've never bothered using the drug making kit. I'm sure it's extraordinarily cost effective though, to make your own healing supplies and that kind of thing. Yeah, Anomaly's got so many systems that a noob such as myself, I haven't used quite a lot of them. You know, I mostly play for the action and the adventure, but if we're playing on a higher difficulty than I normally do, I suspect at some point some of those systems are going to become very, very valuable. So we'll keep an eye out. What I'd really like to get is some kind of repair kit, because my MP5 is falling apart and this PM is just utter trash. It's probably starting to degrade itself. Yeah, not a bad little outing. Completed another task for Wolf. Got some bits and bobs to sell. Some extra loot. It's always nice. We'll see how much Sidorovich buys that artifact for as well. Knowing Sid, probably a criminally low amount of money. Because he is just a rip-off merchant, basically. Tell Wolf the job's done. Yeah, £6 for £6 for a cat. Not too bad. The job certainly paid more than the ammunition. We can sell this PDA to Sid. Oh, okay. So we swapped that PDA. We already had the details. It's for a stash we weren't going to go to anyway. He's given us 3,600. And some stashes that he says he doesn't care about. Very interesting. Glue. We don't care about that. We're never going to be. Well, we're certainly not going to be getting a belt-fed machine gun for a while. Sell all those bits. Didn't really pay me very much for that artifact. But we're now starting to get the amount of money where we might be able to afford potentially a better gun. Yeah, see, we could afford an MP5 nearly, or an OTS. We don't want anything like that. We want some kind of rifle, just something with a bit of stopping power, really. An AKS would be great. Unfortunately, we're still climbing the ranks. I think we've got another couple of minutes. Let's just head up to the anomaly up here and see if any other artifacts have spawned. They probably haven't. Seeing as we've still been there in this day. It's getting quite late in the day now. It's 5:20. But we might as well go and have a look and see if anything else has spawned. Not good. Sometimes you get lucky and there's more than one. No artifacts today. Max Sleepy returns home empty-handed. So once we're out of that rad field, on the map, we've obviously got the trash compactor anomaly. Then there is one up here, which we haven't kind of explored yet, and there's one around here. So there's a couple of places where you can get anomalies. Sid told us about those stashes, so we've got one of the Great Swamps, one which is just inside Agriprom, which could be interesting. We can go back to the garbage and just poke our heads in for that. We still need to get up to Yandar to deliver that package, but I'm in no real rush to do that. Details of a stash at the Down Army warehouses. I definitely heard something crawling around, making slathering noises. Or was that just a generic bit of ambience? Wasn't going to be any ambience I've ever heard before. But let's just head back to Wolf and cower in fear. He's got no more tasks, which is very annoying because we really need him to keep feeding us easy work. Hip just wants her scope shotgun. We don't want to do that because I've never seen one spawn in the wild. Fnatic needs the battery artifact. We'll just take the job. Mutant lair. We can definitely go and destroy that. But that's going to be it for today's episode. It's episode 4 of the Road to Legend series. We obviously got a few quests complete. We got a little bit more combat, and we found our drug making kit, which we really need to go and put back in our stash. I'll go and get all those bits sorted, and we'll pick up episode 5 where we will continue just trying to grind out the early game and see where we can go from there. So, thanks very much for joining me. Max Sleepy, signing out.